fucking retarded. Absolutely retarded. It's not even a fucking joke. Like, yeah, my audio's working, but I can't hear a fucking bastard thing through the speakers. Hold on. Oh, it must have been you. I can hear you now. It was fucking you, you piece of shit. It was you.
What are you on about?
It was you. You hadn't had your audio turned on or something. It was fucking you. You spaz.
My audio has been on.
Fucking you, and you know it was.
15 minutes.
Let's plug my headphones in now because it was fucking you. You stupid piece of shit. You stupid piece of shit blaming fucking me.
I've been able to hear you and talk for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear you, so you didn't have your fucking microphone turned on right, did you? You fucking idiot.
Yes, I did. My gosh.
No, you just did something there, and it came on, so fuck off. Plugging these headphones in.
Oh my gosh.
I can hear you now. Oh, these fucking headphones are so shit, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah, it's terrible.
These beats, these fucking arsehole. Absolute wanker.
You need to turn your phone, turn it off lock screen, idiot.
You need to fucking stop. It's not even on lock screen, you fucking shed end.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Fucking joke.
Oh
right. What's the podcast going to be called?
That was the best intro to a podcast ever. Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the brainy one, and that's Will. He's the idiot. And this is This is two people's opinions you probably shouldn't pay any attention to. It's a long name for a podcast.
So yeah, I'm Will. I'm not the stupid one. It's just Chris is the stupid one. We've been trying to set this podcast up for about 20 minutes, and someone delayed the whole thing by staying in bed, didn't they, Chris?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning here.
Yeah, but we agreed a time.
I'm in America. Will's in England, and in case you don't know, we're brothers. I got all the looks, he and the brains, I guess, and I don't know what Will got, but yeah.
I got the big dick and the good crack.
It's like 2 p.m. in England, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning here. All right.
That is correct. Right. So how are we starting this then?
We already started.
I know, but what topics do you want to talk about?
Your mom.
Oh, well, that would be funny because that's your mom too. Piece of shit. I think, right, okay, five worst experiences you've had. Straight to the jugular.
Let's just do one.
Go on then, what's your worst experience you've ever had?
I've pooed myself. As a grown man. I'm starting off light. But I've got a story. All right.
Go on then.
When I first moved to America, I lived in Oregon, and I was working out a lot, and I was taking a lot of supplements, probably too many supplements that my body could handle. Protein, creatine, some testosterone boosters, and other things like that. And I went to the gym. I used to work at a college. I went to a gym, took all them all at once, which you're not meant to do, worked out, and because I had to get to practice, coach soccer. And then I got to soccer, and it was a 2-hour practice. And for that whole 2 hour, I couldn't even focus on the practice because I was sweating, trying to hold a poo in. And then everyone got dismissed. It's like, all right, and this is like you 16-year-old boys, so they're like 14 and 15-year-old boys. So like usually I'd kick about with them and get involved in the drills, but I just stood there like a statue, and like I couldn't even shout in case I pooed myself. And then I just dismissed them. Like at the end of the session, they all got picked up and stuff like that. And over the course of the field, there was a toilet, like a park toilet, and I started to run, and I was like, oh, that's a terrible choice. And then in the process, because I was like holding it, and it was really painful, and I had compression shorts underneath me actual soccer shorts.
Christ.
And shit. I'm not joking. You can ask my wife, Casey. Shit. And the compression shorts were so tight, and it was all diarrhea and sloppy. It all stayed in the compression short.
This is absolutely vulgar.
Yeah, it was gross. And it wasn't like a little poo either. It was like streaming. It was like hot lava. And I got to the bathroom, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do because it was all inside my compression shorts, like just dripping, right? Like
this is way too much detail than anyone really cares for.
You said the worst experience.
Yeah, I meant like a life experience, not the fact you just shit yourself because you fucking took loads of supplements.
This is a life experience. Anyway, I'm in the bathroom. It's a public bathroom, and I'm in the stall. And I'm like, I've got them around my ankles, and some of my whole legs are covered in shit at this point because I had to pull them down my legs. And I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't have no spare clothes. Well, I do have spare clothes, but they're in the car, which is about 500 yards the direction I just run from. Do I pull me shitty compression shorts and me soccer shorts back on and just get covered in shit even more? It's already on
Oh
me leg.
my God.
Or do I just abandon them and leave them in the bathroom and then run back to my car with no pants on? You know? And I'm
It's
like,
not really a win-win
no,
situation.
no, it wasn't. And I had to call Case, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, and I was like pretty upset about it because it's funny now, but I was like, I can't believe I just shit myself. Like,
Oh, Case, please don't judge us. I've just pooed.
I wasn't bothered about that. I was more bothered about I've got to get across a park full of children with no pants on. Like,
Oh,
or I've got to get across a park full of children with shit all over myself. Like, there's no good explanation to this. Um,
Case, I
so
can explain. Please don't divorce us.
so anyway, what I did was I peeled them off, and then thankfully no,
Oh,
I locked myself in the whole bathroom. Like I locked the entrance to the bathroom door, and then I washed my legs in the sink, but there was no like anything to wash it, so I was just basically pushing water with my hand over the
God.
shit on my legs. And then I left my compression shorts in the stall, and I pulled my soccer shorts. Bear in mind, they're all soaked through now with a poo too. And but I put my soccer shorts back on, and I just sprinted as hard as I could to the car. And at the time, we had like an SUV, like a Jeep, and I pulled the back open, and I literally just dived in and whipped them off, and then had a towel, and I just wrapped a towel around us, and I drove home in a towel and a t-shirt. And then when I got in, it was like all up my back. I didn't realize this at the time,
Up
but
your
like,
back. Are you like
yeah,
a baby?
as I said, like baby shits, but I didn't realize at this time because I was so focused on my legs. But it had like squirted out the top of the compression shorts,
Oh,
and it was
mate, shut up. Just
it was in
shut
my
up.
head, and it was all up it was all up my back, and it was all in my t-shirt, and I'd sat in the car, and now it was in the driver's seat.
Oh, so that's why you got the Mercedes.
No, this was like 5-6 years ago, but that was a traumatic experience. I've never taken as many supplements as that in my life before, or again. And I always just go to the bathroom before I start a training session now because I'd never want to poop myself. And just say I'm 30-year-old. This will have been how old? 45, and then before that we were in. So probably like 6 years ago. This was 6 years ago.
You know what, right? You've knocked me for six a little bit with that. I was just, I was looking forward to this podcast. I was like, oh God, we're going to get into some spiritual zones here. No, no, Chris wants to open the topic up with how he shit himself and plastered shit up his spine. You know, like,
Start,
I don't
start as
even
we
know what to say.
start
Start
as
as
we
you
move
mean to go on.
on.
Well, right, the worst experience I've had that was just vulgar and pure disgusting like that was
You can have any choice you want. I was just telling you
no, no,
what.
no. Start as you mean to go on. I'll match this. Well, I won't match it because I'm not that fucking retarded. But basically, I went out when I was like just turned 18. And I went out with me dad and my best friend's dad at the time, and
Who he was having an
and
affair with.
yeah, yeah, that was the one. Um, don't make the same mistake twice, Haven't. But no, so I was out with my best friend as well, and so I used to drink like a maniac. So I was drinking rums all the time. I was mixing my drinks. I literally had been at work all day. I think I had one meal the whole day when I first woke up, and we just went from bar to bar on a Sunday night because I just finished work at the bar, so I'd been drinking there. Just went straight out in Crook. I had all the spoon steals, so mixed like two double Captain Morgans and that, two Sailor Jerry's, like doubles all the time, double cracking. And I was like, I feel fine. And then I had a cider to wash it all down. And I was like, just leaving Weatherspoons. And I was like, oh God. I was like, my skin felt hot as fuck. And I was like, oh, I'm going to explode. Like, this isn't good. So everyone was taking the piss because this was the first bar we'd been in. I was like, oh, this isn't good. And, I was like giving a Billy Big Bollocks. I was walking up the street and I was like, right, we're going to have to stop. So we stopped and I was like, get some air in my lungs. And I was like, I was like, right, I'm fine. Didn't be sick out. I was like, right, I'm fine. So we went to like probably 3 other bars and went the same way as I did in Spoons, but probably just did pints instead and ciders as well. And then I was like, oh fuck me. I was like, this isn't good. So it was probably about 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. To describe how drunk I was at this point, I woke up the next morning. I forgot. I didn't know where, but I'll put my bank card. That was just lost, and it turns out it was in one of the bars. So I went and I was sick, all in this toilet. And my mate was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So then we got in the taxi. This is where the fun started. So we got in the taxi there to go back to Byers Green and stuff. So it was a big trek out the way. It was a big detour, and I was waiting for Steve.
What's in Byers Green?
Well, that's where they lived.
Oh,
That's where they lived, but we obviously lived at Crook. So Steve was like, "Oh, well, I'll just go to the kebab shop. I'll just go to the kebab shop." And I was like, "Oh, God, I really need to go home." So I was waiting in this taxi with this taxi driver while Steve was going to the kebab shop. And I was waiting outside and I was like, "I'm going to be sick in this car." And then the taxi driver knew how fucked up it was. He was like, "Yeah, lad, don't be sick in here." And he was like, "There'll be like a 50 quid fine or 100 quid fine." I was like, "Oh, fuck me, I can't." So I was like pressing on the windows like that. I was like, I won't be sick in this fucking car. I'm not paying 100 quid. And pressing on the window, I was like, "Can you open the windows, please?" And just ignored us. I was like, "Can you open the windows, please?" So it was just locked. And just ignored us again. I was like, "Can you just open the fucking windows, please?" And that's just like, literally was like, "Can you open the fucking windows?" So you unlocked them. So I was like, "Oh my God," I was like, "The windows are open. I can't be sick in the car. I'll just stick my head out the window." Steve comes bobbing in the fucking in the car after ages, just talking about this kebab, it smelled like shit, right? I was like, "Oh God," I was like, "This is the worst thing that could have possibly happened." It was like half a mile from the marketplace to the house. I was like, and I thought I wasn't going to make it. So we got to the house. And I was like, "Thank fuck out this taxi." It felt like I was in the car about 200 miles. So I got out the taxi. I went straight to the toilet, right? And then I was like, "Right, I feel all right." Went for a shit, right? Pure stark naked, no idea why. Was it took me top off?
Someone else's.
No, I was stark naked, sat on the toilet. Steve just went and ate his kebab in the sitting room, right? I was like fucking mid shit, and I was like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no!" I was like, "No, no, 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 no!" And I just bombed all down myself, all down my own dick, mid shit and everything, right? It was fucking horrible, right? And then, I was like, honestly, I was so ill. I've never been probably as sick as much in my life. I was just sat on the toilet, just vomiting down myself. I was like, "Steve!" I was like, "Dad!" And he was like, "You'll be all right, man. Just eat this kebab in the sitting room." I was like, "Steve, stop being a fucking cunt and come and see us. Come and help us." Right? Not bearing in mind I'm covered in my own vomit and naked. He comes toddling out of the sitting room, right? Kebab in one hand, phone in the other, opens the door. He's like, "Ah, Will, you're going on YouTube." And I was like, "Yo, fuck off." I was like, "Just fuck off." And then the next morning, he woke us up, made us walk up Crook to go and look for my bank card. And turned out it was in the crown behind one of the couches, and I'd already cancelled it, so it was a fucking waste of time.
So you just left it in there?
I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know it was missing.
You've got to ask your dad if he's still got that footage.
But no, he claims he does, but I've actually been through his phone to check, because there's a lot of other things happened that night as well. It was like me dancing with people I shouldn't have been dancing with. And he was like, "Oh, I've got a video of you in here dancing and stuff." Like every time we say that and stuff, I was like, "Well, you don't." But I do like have flashbacks, so I know I did do it. But
You should put them on. You should put them on Instagram.
The amount of shit he'll got on his phone with me over the time, it could be sitting on like a bloody fortune. Could turn him millionaire.
All the dumb stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It was like when we went in Poland and that. He was proper pissed off that night. That was another night I took it too far with the drink. We went there like in Poland. Obviously, the drinks are like £1 a pint or something like that.
Right.
And they give you like, I asked for a pint of this local beer, and they give you like a shot of vodka with it. And I was like, "Oh, sick! This is going to be fucking a mince time." So that was like the same thing with everything. The guy that serves it,
or a short night, or a short night.
Oh, I was out the whole day. A guy that serves it looked spitting dabs of Khabib as well. And then I went to I'm not even lying, he was. And then I went to this other bar, right? This underground. Yeah, no, I went to this underground bar, and there was the lass behind the bartender, obviously Polish as well. And she looked spitting dabs of Carolina. I can't say a second name, but you know what I'm on about.
Vegas or something like that.
Yeah. And she said that she often gets compared to her as well. I was like, she couldn't have looked any more like, I thought it was like in Deja Vu UFC land or something. Might have been the alcohol as well, but went to this IPA bar. I went to this IPA bar.
She looks nothing like her. She looks nothing like her at all. She's like the complete opposite, big fat mess behind the bar.
Probably looked like Conor McGregor.
And you're just so drunk that you're like, oh yeah, did you look like such and such? Oh, okay, all right.
I was like, damn, she found though. No, so I had this beer, and my mum was kicking off when I ordered it because we went to this IPA bar just for one drink, and there was like a pint, and the worst one you could get was like this gets stout. It was like 40% or something, like for a stout. It was something ridiculous like that.
A 40% beer knock your socks off.
Yeah. No, I think it might have been 28 or 32, something like that. And my mum was like, "You're not fucking getting that. You're fucking stupid." Stuff like that, right? But I took it another step far. So I didn't get like, because they were all getting like the little glasses of like little kind of like 10% beers, and like they were about that big, and I got the pint of this, like the worst one. And then I just downed it in front of them, right?
Oh my
mum was like, "You've just ruined your fucking holiday, you just ruined your fucking holiday." And I was like, "Feel fine, man, feel fine." And then so they went out, right? And
you'll have been passed out.
Oh no, I was fine for a little bit, but then this is where it starts getting a bit more messy, right? No, because I found this underground bar after, and then they had shots, and the shots were like called like B-52, like it's in a carpet bomb. And the other one, I was like, "What's the worst one?" She was like, "That one." Pointed to it, was called Hiroshima, after the fucking nuclear bomb. And I was like, I'll have one of them.
They don't care. They're just savage.
Yeah, no. And they had this local shot that they made themselves. They were like, "It's very strong, by the way." And it tastes like lemonade. So I must have had about 6 of them. So I got back to I can't remember how I got back to the thing. I know I was with like my girlfriend at the time. She took us back to the thing. I wouldn't have even gotten into the apartment. I couldn't remember it, right? I was walking up these stairs because it was like narrow, like a proper like old school World War II building, just stairs, but it was all flats all the way up. Everyone was coming out the flats, like just shouting at us in Polish, "Will you shut up?" Steve was at the top floor shouting, "Will you shut the fuck up? You're waking fucking everyone up." And I was like, I can't remember barely any of this. And just Naomi was my girlfriend at the time was just laughing.
Oh my god!
And then I got to the toilet upstairs, and
what were you doing? Were you just chatting on all the way up or something?
No, I was just being loud. I was just shouting and screaming and that. I don't even know what about. I was just shouting, and then when Steve was shouting back, I was obviously shouting back up to him and laughing and stuff. But I didn't know how loud I was being. And then I was just getting up, like next flight of stairs was a Polish dude looking at us. The next flight of stairs was a Polish dude just fucking looking like he was going to beat the shit out of us.
Ready to knock you.
Yeah. Finally get to the top floor, which is where we were at. Steepest stairs ever. I don't even know how I made it up to the day. And I just went straight to the toilet. Mum and Dad absolutely fuming because they were in the same room. And I was just, when I'd be sick, I'm like so loud. And anyone can back that up. I was just like, I was practically like being as loud as I could, just go, "Yeah!" "Well, they fucking show up, man. He's just fucking ruining this for everyone." And then all I seen, right, when I was just being sick was just this black stout. It was just that beer. It was just all black. It was fucking vulgar.
Oh, that thing will have knocked you for 6.
Yeah, credit myself, though. I still got up the next day and went to the zoo.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It was like 3 miles away as well.
You think you were at the zoo. You're probably just sat in the apartment, like looking at the plain wall, and you're like, "I'm in the zoo."
Nah, the reality was I never left the bunker bar.
Yeah, you're still there.
I was just Carolina was looking after us.
You in fact died in Poland of alcohol poisoning. Everything since has just been a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, I'm probably just in the mental asylum in a straitjacket right now. I just think I'm doing a podcast.
And this one time in Poland, I was
good. No idea how I survived. I'm just a spiritual reincarnation.
Banging on the padded doors.
"I'm doing a podcast. Shut up."
Come on, Will. Time to take your meds.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I think that's pretty good for episode 1. That's some good funny story.
Yeah, I thought we were going to delve into some different realms, like. But how long have we been doing this up now?
I don't know. 20 years. How old are you?
21.
21 years. That's how long we've been doing it. Gosh. A while, but I think that's good. I think it's positive. I can't believe that you died in Poland and now you're just a spirit.
Well, that's it. I've probably died in a couple other places. I'm like Voldemort. I've just left Horcruxes everywhere.
Go find them, little Harry Potter.
We need to bring him back alive. I'm like Voldemort, but
I guess
so instead of not having a nose, I've got the world's biggest nose.
yeah, the inverted, and I'll be Harry Potter. But yeah, this is a part in the podcast where people like usually say, subscribe to my channel, like everything, please follow us. But if you liked it, then you'll listen to it again, I guess. If you don't, then fuck off.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
No, this was fun. This was fun. We'll have to. What day is it? We'll have to do this like every week or something, I think. Or
For sure.
I don't want to be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Though I'll have to set an alarm. It's lucky that I woke up. I didn't even set an alarm. I just woke up to go to use a bathroom, and you called us while I was actually taking a poo, just to circle it all back and tie it in. And I'm like,
that's
what?
all he ever does. Just shits all the time.
I drink coffee. No, for real. Look after the kids. Drink coffee. Coach. Shit myself.
Podcast.
Now podcast. All right.
But
do you want to?
Hmm?
I just burped. That's sick content. Sick content.
I'm just pretty sure we haven't like scraped the surface here. I know you have worse stories than that. I know the maniac lifestyle you used to live, and I know the stories I have. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be interesting the rest of the duration.
Well, let's just keep them on the edge. It's a cliffhanger. If you want to know more, they're down and dirty. Come back.
If you want to know where we left our Horcruxes, please come back to view next week.
We definitely need a better name, though.
Yeah, we need to think of a name. That might have been a good starting point to do, but it'll do for now.
Ass backwards, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It is if we're gonna just tell stories, that it should be like something with stories in the title. Like, I like calling ourselves two idiots. I know you don't like me called an idiot, but you're an idiot.
No, I'm all right. I think stories of the Unhinged, that would be a good one.
Stories of the Unhinged. How dare you? My life is different now.
Yes, I know. But in terms of ratio to getting fucked up, you're still ahead.
What about yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I want it to be something epic, like, but I want it to be ridiculously long. So when people try to tell people, "Oh, if you listen to the such and such podcast," they have to say like the title of the podcast for 10 minutes or something. Like,
and they go, "Fucking hell, that's a mouthful. I'm not watching that piece of shit."
Yeah. Or they're like, "Oh, this is pretty good." I want to be like, you know, the new Birds of Prey film that came out, how it had like a really long title, but people just called it Birds of Prey.
Oh, I don't want to be compared in the same thing of Birds of Prey. Like,
I haven't even seen the film, but I'm saying like the title was really long, like the something of Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey. Like, I wanted to be like, was it good or not? I haven't seen it.
It was all right. It's better than I expected, but still, like, I don't know. It wasn't my jam.
I hated Suicide Squad.
It's probably better than Suicide Squad.
What about something like stories from two idiots who trying to take over the world, and then we could just call ourselves two idiots?
It could work. I'm not even that arsed about the name. I think it's just fun to do, isn't it? It's definitely something to kill the time in quarantine, especially when we get this stupid fucking app working.
Your mom's fun to do.
Hilarious, because that is your mom. Plot twist.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. All right, we'll work on the name. Look at that. Sure. I'm sweating. Look at that. No one now. I'm just a disgusting man. That's
just trying to flex the guns for the audience. He's like, I've been working out, can't you tell? Fucking shithouse.
I'm a lean, mean machine right now. That's for sure. Do you know I went vegan?
Oh, fuck me. Not another one.
I have for the last 3 weeks. Might be a month now.
God.
Is it? Is it? Yeah. May 5th. I've probably been vegan for over a month now.
You've been vegan for over a month?
Probably.
And and this is the first I've heard of it. You're doing better than most vegans.
I've just graduated. I've just got my vegan card, so now that's the first thing I'll do. It's like, I'm going to start every podcast from now and saying, "Hello, I'm Chris. I'm vegan and I do CrossFit."
No, I bet you this. I bet I'm going to get a message in like 10 minutes after we finish this call. I've got a new idea for the name, the Vegan Brothers.
Yeah, you're not vegan though.
No, I wouldn't dare.
You put too much sausage in your mouth to be vegan.
Damn straight. It's not the only place to put the sausage.
Oh my God. All right, let's leave it at that. Do you want to say bye, or am I just going to hang up the call?
Yeah. See you later, guys.
Yeah. What are you saying? See you later, guys, too? Nobody's watching.
Well, I don't know. Well, no, but you're going to put it on YouTube, aren't you? So
We're going to have like 2 views. Hello, the 2 people that watched our podcast. Probably is myself and you. We're talking to ourselves. So good. And we're going to share it on we're going to share it on Instagram because we're such influencers. Nobody likes my Instagram things. I don't even know why I share stuff. Like nobody cares at all.
I've made a TikTok video yesterday. I'm proper pissing out content the last few days. Like, it's kind of awful. Like, it was for May the 4th.
I'm too old for TikTok. I'm not going to get into that.
No, I think I'm too old for TikTok. I've done 3 videos and...
You're 20-year-old.
Yeah, I know, but the people... No, I'm not 20-year-old. Stop, you fucking idiot. It's 21, bitch. But no. Wait, no, but this is what you do all the time. You're like, oh, you're 20-year-old. You know damn well what my age is, you motherfucker.
I don't even know how old I am half the time. Case tells us I'm one age and then turns out I'm the other. I thought I was 30 2 years ago. I wasn't. I was 30 last year.
A little voice break there. Your balls just dropping, bitch.
No, I'm about to sneeze.
Yeah, whatever.
Sick content.
Sick content. Get something, motherfuckers.
Bye-bye. Look how tired I am. Gosh, 6 a.m. podcasts are going to kill me here. All right. That's like 7 o'clock now. All right. Deuce goose.
See you later, homo.
Gang. Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
Right, just cut that crap out.
Hang loose. Live long and prosper. Love, peace. One love.
Get the fuck.
So yeah.
Bye.